Hello gurus, welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Bitcoin right now dropping. In the last 3 days, it dropped from 108,000, and even just today from 98,000 down to 93,000 in 1 day. You're talking almost an 8 or 9% drop in 1 day, and in the last 2 days from 108,000 down to 93,000. So it's just pretty much a free fall. No real bounces. We had a spike just down to 92,400 and a little bit of a bounce, but these bounces are getting sold into very quickly. So we're having some massive cascade, like panic cascade. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. I've been building my position here, which might not be a good idea, to be honest. It could be very dangerous. My account down quite a bit since I started. I sold, I'll show you in the video. You can watch this Bitcoin price live, 3.3 trillion market cap. It's even 3.1 trillion, 600 billion off the markets. 60K bonus when you use this QR code with Bybit. We're still in greed, even with this massive drop. Bitcoin 93,291. We're going into my account, and you can see I took a huge hit today on my account from this week, from 1227 down to 986. So I'm under a million again, and almost down this month. So from this month I went from 789 to 1.288, and I sold everything into cash, if you remember there. And then I've been building this trade, and this is quite a big trade. I've got 9 Bitcoin, which is right now around, it's a $900,000 trade, and negative 81 on my Ethereum trade, which is about a $500,000 trade. So I'm taking quite a big hit on these trades. But if you actually see what I've been doing, so this is when I sold Bitcoin, when I warned everyone at 104, and then I bought the dip at 100, then 96. You can see where I've been buying, but it doesn't stop. It's been brutal, almost straight down for 2 days, from 108 down to 93. We just hit a new low, 92,800 in this recent drop. Funding fee very negative. My trade's getting hit very hard, and the account taking a big hit. In the last 3 months, up from 643, but I gave back almost 300,000. It would have been better just to sit in cash when I sold it at 1288, just on the 8th of December, so about 10 days ago. And now would have been a good time to actually start building this trade. I took an unnecessary hit on this trade. We're going to jump into the technicals, and I'm going to see where I'm going to put buy orders to add more. But the problem is, we don't know how bad Bitcoin can get. Look at this. Doge went from 50 cents down to 26 cents. Doge cut in half. Uniswap completely annihilated as well. It's back to where just before the bull market. Uniswap before the bull market was at $10, and then it went all the way to $19, and now we're back to $11. Crazy drops. Big support on Uni would be, I don't know how far it could go, to be honest. Like, big support I would say is at $9.70. Doge, big support all the way down here, actually. No big support on Doge till around 20 cents, which it's close to, which is crazy. Even the richest man in the world is not supporting the token. That World went from $4, lucky we got out, to almost $1.90, even before the bear market. This is like the bear market prices that was on World. Ethereum also taking 8% down today. Rising wedge played out, unfortunately. It's going exactly to the base of the rising wedge. I should have just not entered the trade. Very big mistake for a clear rising wedge. Big support is at 3,000, and then major support at 2,700. It's looking pretty brutal right now, everyone. It could actually go down there very quickly. Ton, I had trades set up on Ton. I've got a trade set up at $4.50, which is about to activate on Ton. But to be honest, I don't want to be going more into trades here. Solana, when I said 162 at Solana, it was at $220. People laughed at me when I said 160. And now we're close to 162 on Solana. I also don't want to open any more trades. I'm going to concentrate on this Bitcoin and Ethereum trade. 976, my account taking huge hit. And that's with me closing the trades. That's with me closing. Remember when I closed in the negative on Bitcoin and Ethereum? That was with me getting out of, I'll show you, getting out and warning everyone. Look where I sold. And I'm still down so much because I was trying to buy as it's been pulled back. And I have been adding more. So the recent low on, you can see where I've been buying, trying to hold up Bitcoin actually with my buys, but trying to buy back in. I sold at 105, bought at 101, bought at 96, and a few buys down here, which I thought was the recent low. You could see here just a few hours ago at 94, I posted on X. And then we've just dropped to 92,600. And a little bit of a bounce, not so impressive bounce, to be honest. Same with Ethereum, no real bounce on Ethereum, 3,100. But you can see I made my liquidation 2,787. So let's go into Bitcoin. Target of this Bitcoin drop on the technicals, we have it broke all the trend lines. I would say that the big support is at 90k, and very likely it can come down here. We have 2 touches on 90k, and we don't even know how much that can hold. There's a lot of panic right now. It doesn't seem to be stopping, like it's just almost straight down. Another big support at 80k. So these are the 2 support lines. If you want to try and get in, I would wait till get 90k would be most likely a strong bounce, but it just looks pretty bad right now. On Ethereum, the same, 2,700 and 3,000. The biggest support is at 2,700, almost fully erasing the bull market gains. And you can see my account taking quite a big hit, even though I sold into cash, but it would have been much better if I just sat in cash at 1,288 and started to buy in now. So I'm down 300k in about 10 days, 30% of this account. But I have built, again, this quite big position on Bitcoin. So 500,000 on Ethereum, almost 9 Bitcoin. I wanted to buy more Bitcoin as we spike down to 92,600, but we're getting a bounce, but I think it will retest. Let's watch it. But quite a big... You can see everyone discussing the Telegram. There's a few hundred of you in here. 944 of you online, people discussing and chatting together. You can join them. People pretty stressed out right now. Be cautious out there. I would wait to big supports, to be honest, where I showed those big supports on Bitcoin, Ethereum. Don't rush to get in. Look at this, what destruction in the crypto markets. And it's not just crypto. Look at this, Tesla down 5.4% in pre-market. Since Jerome Powell spoke, the market has just been in a complete free fall. 93,200. So most likely strong support 90,000, which I actually, and Bitcoin is now down in the last 2 days, down 14, almost 15%. But you can see 90k is a big support, 80k. So taking a long on 90k, I'll add one more Bitcoin at 90k. 90,000, we'll add one more Bitcoin. Right now in 9 Bitcoin, but taking again big hit. So it's very dangerous. Don't copy me, everyone. Bitcoin is very dangerous right now. Be cautious trying to buy. 90k is a big support. Just look at this in the last, just today, from 98 down to 93. I wasn't expecting such a large drop. That's why I was buying the dip, but it just keeps pushing down stronger. Also on Ethereum, be very cautious. What I'm doing is very specific, and be cautious. And I'm still down 300k, even though I sold the top just a few days ago. So be cautious. Look at that, from 127 this week, 1227 down to 982. So it's about 240k. But again, I am building quite a big position here, but it is very dangerous. So don't copy me, because I am going to keep adding the liquidation lower. Love you all. Have an amazing day. Be cautious out there. And very sucky. I posted on X. There's been, I can see on X what I've been posting about who's been trying. I said fight, building my position against who are selling 5 days before Christmas, but it's pretty brutal right now. And you can see these are the biggest sellers in the last 24 hours of Bitcoin. Coinbase Prime sold 13,000 Bitcoin, 1.2 billion. BTCE Bitcoin ETF, ETC Group, don't even know, they sold 952 million. Coinbase Prime sold 756. So just Coinbase alone has sold almost $2 billion of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. Binance 722 million. 2 random wallets have sold 497 million, 343 million. Binance Deposit 227 million. These are the guys, these are the wallets that are selling before Christmas. They could be exchange wallets, but it's a bit weird. And where is this $2 billion of Sailor that he's been buying, all these ETFs buying? How are they buying $2 billion a day, but Bitcoin is dropping 13%? Be very cautious of that. We've seen Bitcoin when it can drop all the way to 13K, from 69K all the way to 15, 16K. So be very, very cautious. We were just buying at 16K 1 year ago. Love you all. Be careful out there. Don't copy me. Make sure I'm going to add more margin and add position and try and go down. But I have to also do it slowly, because we don't know how low it can get. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.